Okay, in this live coding session in C language, I am going to create our own linked list. So, and I will keep explaining. There aren't any big concepts in it, but I will keep explaining whenever I think that something needs to be explained over here. So, start working with this. So, this stdio, standard input output, is used is included by us to get access to functions which provides us facilities to write or read input and output. This is I'm including this standard library file to get access to what is called functions which allocate and deallocate memory, like malloc and calloc and free. So, to first start build a linked list, we need to have a certain structure to be built. So, we need to create a node structure. Structure is nothing but a collection of memory blocks that we have told the compiler to generate instructions that whenever I want memory in this way, then whenever say that I create allocate memory for this particular structure, like create memory for node, then they will go through all this description provided in this block and allocate memory in the same sequence. So, this is what structure is. We can create memory depending on we can create memory by our own without help of a structure or union, but this helps us every time whenever we want to create any node. So, this is going to help us in that department, and we won't have to create a int or node every time we want something. So, structure is nothing more than a description to help the computer to allocate memory and nothing else. So, our node is going to store integer, so int data, and it is also going to store pointer to the next node. So, this is what node is going to have: a data that we are interested in, that we are storing and reading from it, and a node which we are going to use to move to next node in the linked list, or next data segment in the linked list. And I am going to have a main for our own use, and we are going to create a static struct node star create node function, which we are going to use for creating node. Then we are going to have a struct. Let me mute my mobile phone. If we are creating a node, so we are going to delete node. We need to we should be able to delete entire linked list rather than calling node. We are deleting individual node. We should be able to delete an entire linked list. So, struct is not required here. So it is our creation, destruction, and in modification part we are going to have so I should be able to search if a particular data is there in the list or not. Struct node star node. So what we do, we create a node, we delete a node, we create a linked list, we delete a linked list, and we search in a linked list, and we do insertion in a linked list. So this is going to be modification part. Insert, delete node is there, so delete by data, struct should be more like not delete node, it should be more like so this is the function we are going to call inside, and more like allocate node. And more, what more we can do? Static void these are things that we are going to do in this live coding session, and we are already in 9 minutes in this session. Creation and allocate node, starting with this. This is just a memory allocation, so we are not going to going to receive any value from there. It is it should be job of what is called the function caller to do this job. So allocate node struct node star node struct node star and malloc size of struct node, and so memory memory has been allocated for that. So operating system has allocated a 4-byte memory for integer data, and the depending on the memory address size of operating system, 2 byte to 1 byte to 2 byte 32 bit to 64 bit has been allocated for the next variable in this node structure, and I'm going to return this node. These are the utility functions. So creation is done, and I'm going to linked. That is just there to provide me the list of function that I have to implement in this file, because if I keep working on this file, the name of the functions will keep moving up, and I will have to always go up and see what is happening. So there it is, and allocate node, and allocation is done. Struct node star malloc size of struct node. I need to cast this to node pointer to use it as a node pointer in the rest of the code. And I can just go back and go here, I really don't need to allocate it to any local variable, and just return the size from here. That is there, and after I will be destruction part, destruction, and destruction free node static, free node. So when I get this struct node, I'm going to call free node like this. This function is basically an encapsulation. In future, if I want to add some logging in this function that I'm deleting this node with this value, then this should work. And other than that, I also have to add a check that do this only if node is not is equal to null. I don't know the behavior free this free function in the case of null values passed to it, how it manages that. So free node is not equal to null, then free it, and then in the next case I have to implement next static void free linked list struct. So basically it is telling me that if node is equal to null, then just return, do nothing. Otherwise, what I am going to do, I'm going to have keep a temporary variable struct node star temp is equal to node or node I will call it that it is next basically, and I will put it to point it to null, and have another local variable current is equal to node. So logic is going to that while current is not equal to null, then keep doing the operation. Do you get that? So while I still have node to process, then keep processing. This is what I'm telling the computer to do. So if current is not null, if I have still holding a node in my hand, then I'm going to keep throwing it at you, and you have to process it. So what I'm first, as I'm going to remove this, delete this, for example, delete it from the memory, wipe it from the memory. I won't be able to access it again if I once free it. So I need access to the node it is pointing to. So I'm going to, I have to store already, I have to store that in a variable that I'm doing the next variable, and what I can do now, I can call free node and pass this current node in that, and current free node is going to delete the current variable, and then current is going to point to next. This is just a cursor and nothing else, nothing magical is happening. It's just a cursor to point that I have deleted this, then I have to move, then I'm going to delete this node, then I'm going to put another node to point to the next node, and after this node is deleted, then I'm going to put this current pointer to point to the next node by using the pointer the next pointer or indicator or holder that is pointing to the remaining part of the linked list. This is what it is. Current is not equal to null, then get the next and free the current and reset the current to the next, and the process will keep moving on. So this is a free linked list. I have freed the node, and I have made the linked list free. Then our next operation is search, so I'm going to implement that. Search, what search does that after finding a node, it returns that node which holds that value. So struct node star node and star data. So what I'm going to do is if check and that node is equal to null, then return null. Very sensible thing to do. And next I am going to check that, create a, next time to say that while node if I do this, then I don't need this instruction. I can say while node is not equal to null and node data data is not equal to star data, then plus node. Now then not plus node is equal to node, then move to next node to see that if that has a value, and return node. So what is going to happen, that if at the end when we didn't find the find the value, that particular value doesn't exist inside this node in this linked list, so node is obviously going to point to the null value. So we are going to return that node, because instead of returning a null or returning a node is the same thing, because that node is a null value, has a null value. The search part is done, and next we are moving to modification part. Static void create node int star data, The reason I'm using this star pointer to integer, because every assignment in C language is a copy, so I don't want to copy same value multiple times, so I'm going to use pointer everywhere. This is the create node part. It is asking us to create a node with value the integer passed into this function. So what I'm going to do first is struct node star node is equal to allocate node. I'm abstracting or encapsulating this these ideas, or what is called these ideas or functioning or function that allocation of function of allocation that in different function, because in real applications you are going to program in this way only. You are going to use malloc, or you are going to write your own custom allocators, and you are going to use that function to allocate memory. So by design I'm starting that from the way that you should be programming, or I should be programming in any production level or good level, or really good applications that do their own memory management. They do like this, because in future if you are going to plug in change the different concept of allocation, you can change that function and it is going to work in your entire application. So I have moved the malloc function to a different function, allocate node. Similarly, I have moved the free function to function free node and free linked list. So this is how it is. And struct node star node allocate node. Memory is allocated, and I am going to copy that value to data. I want to store use the instead of integer in structure node structure, I want to use the integer pointer to an integer, but that will make this program less readable, that I will have to deallocate this pointer everywhere to do that. So create node, and create node should return newly created node. So I will have to go back, fix this. And next is insert static insert struct node star node. Insert can be different types: insert at the end, and insert at the somewhere in the between, or at the end. So that depends on the function, on the implementation, or the thing that you want to do. And in this case I'm going to insert at the end, because this is a function which is not returning anything, so I just return at the end and let the head pointer leave to be where it points as the head. Otherwise, if I insert at the beginning of the linked list, then I will have to return the current head so that it can be used by the program to point to the new head. So the concept is not different, but you need to return that head in the case of if you are inserting at the head of the linked list, because otherwise that linked list is going to be lost forever, because there is nothing that you have pointed, that there is nothing that is pointing to that node from outside. There is no way we can reach that node, because we only have a pointer next which is pointing forward, not backward. In this case insert, I am getting a data from the user, and it is asking me to insert that data in this linked list. So I am going to call struct node is equal to create data, and I'm going to loop while node is not is equal to null. It means node is not equal to null, and node next is not equal to null. Until then, no move node to next, and then node make this node next. We are at the last node right now because the current node is not null, it has a value, and has a value, but the next node is null. So I have to handle this null case over here. If node is equal to null, then return. There is a better way to do this implement the function that we provide true or false value to the user to say that the value has been inserted or not, but this is I'm going to leave that part. Or I can go back and fix that. I have fixed that. Now we can use I have included the standard bool header which allows me to use this bool and true false value in the return statement as a return reference type, a value type in function. So insert will return a false if it is null. So in this case I'm going to say that I'm going to remove this part. While, because we know that node is here cannot never be null, so I'm going to say that while node dot next is not is not null, that means that node has a next node pointing. There is a node that it is pointing to next, and there is something that it's pointing to, and there is a node right there in front of it. Then we're going to keep moving, and by the time we are done with this function, we are going to have this loop is over. Then we are at the end, we are at the last node next equal to node, or what I can say that I can just do this and get rid of this function, move to the end of node and use this function to create a new node, and we are going to directly point to this new node. Insertion is done, and next in the line is delete by data. So what are we going to do? That static void. We can also say that use the delete by data struct node star node and int star data, and in delete by node we are going to find that node which has that value, and then we are going to delete it. We cannot use the search function over here because we need to we also need to modify the links between the nodes. We need to point the node that is pointing to the node that we are going to delete to move to the next node that is pointed by the node that is getting deleted. So that is this is a different case, and with error check that node is equal to null, return false, and after that we are going to have struct node star previous node is equal to null, and we are going to say that while node data is not is equal to star data, node is equal to node next So while node is not equal to node data is not equal to data, then keep moving, and also check that node is not equal to null. If I am adding this check over here, then this check is not required. So once this loop is over, we'll also have to say that previous is equal to node, so that we can have the reference to the node that is pointing to this node in the case it is to be deleted. So node is here. So in case if what is going to happen previous if previous is equal to null, means that the current node, the first node is the culprit. The first node is that is going to be deleted. In that case, I will have to modify this delete by data function, and in that case I will have to return the new head. Because of that I am modifying this, and as previous is null, means the current if previous is null and node is not equal to null, that means the current node is the first node itself is the node that needs to be deleted, and it has the value. So I'm going to say previous is equal to node next, and node next is equal to null. Then I'm going to say free node and pass this node to there. Then I'm going to return prev value to provide the latest head of this linked list. After that is done, the next case is what I can say do I move this over here and say that if node is not equal to null, and So I won't have to loop and then check that this first node is the head or not. I moved it to the beginning. So node data is equal to if linked list head needs to be deleted. Okay, so in the and after that prev is as we know that first node is not the value. We are going to move our node to the next node, and this is not the best way to do it because I think we are having so many special cases over here, and still it is useful and it is more clear than the code written in the production code in a better way, because that is going to be hiding all the special cases. That it is possible to put this first head check in the while loop itself, but you won't be able to see the cases that this while loop is handling. So while node is not equal to null and the data is not matching the data, we keep moving. And once we are through that, if node is equal to null, return false. Because we didn't find the node that has the value. If node is not null, then what are we going to do? That prev next is equal to, right now previous node is pointing to the node that has the data. Now it is pointing to the next node which has the data. Next node of the node that has the data that we are going to delete. So previous next is equal to node next. So now link has been broken. I'm moving directly to escaping this node and pointing to the next to the data containing node, and node next is equal to null. Now this node is isolated. It is not getting pointed to by any other node, and it is not pointing to any other node, and so our code is ready. We check the first node, move it and move the cursor to the next node. Basically this is the same code like over here, as I'm not happy with this code, but it is okay. We are modifying the head of the node, so I need to return this node. If I'm modifying the head, then I'm returning a proper node, otherwise I'm returning a null. Say that if node null, return null, and change the values and free the node. Exactly like over here. The code duplication we can remove it while refactoring, and this is also not the best implementation, but it is good. It is good for understanding the concepts. So next is reverse the linked list. Void, not void. static struct again. As we are modifying the data and the head of the node is going to getting changed, because the head that you provided is different than the head that this function is generating, and you will be pointing to the last node after this function is done modifying your linked list. So we need an updated head, and I have made the changes. And now if node return the node is null, so it means the same thing. As we are reversing a linked list, so a node for to reverse, the current node should point back to the node that it was pointing to next earlier. So it is going to take the next pointer and move it backward to point to the node that is behind it. So we need to keep track of the behind node. I'm going to say that is me, behind me, and struct in front of me. They are the three nodes that we are going to use, and we are going to say that while node is not equal to null, we are going to keep operating. So behind me is going to be null is going to be null. This is node, and this one is going to be null too. So now we have something that I have a variable that I can store the person that is sitting next to me. So basically I am sitting like this, I have to move backward and sit like that. So this is what reversing is. So I have to move the face or my hand backwards, so something like that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to store my next in front of me here. In front of me, and me will point to the next to guy sitting behind me, and now behind me is going to be me, and me is equal to in front of me. So I now moved one step ahead in this linked list, and the behind of me is pointing to all the nodes that was behind it earlier, and the nodes that are pointing to the elements in front of it, and I'm sitting at the first node. This is what reverse linked list is doing. And while node is not equal to null, so we are going to change that and say that me while I'm not done, I'll keep doing it, and return the behind me as the head of the node, because it is pointing to the last node that was processed. So this is what behind me is doing, and we have all the functions ready. So let us start with writing this code. Before that, I am going to compile this file to see that it is working at least. Is the pointer mean to use this at the line 41? Yes. Is C so no compiler error other than this part that I missed. So I have written out the functions, and I will say that I will start creating our first node. The struct node is this star, and I forget to create a function which is just going to display say view static void display static static struct percentile D and head data, and display all the elements in a space by space separated, and at the end I will print a new line. Node star head is equal to create node, and I will say that int data is equal to 200 ampersand data, which is taking a pointer, and I'm going to display head. So this is some error that is happening multiple times. So I'm just going to define something like define $200. So we have inserted a value 200 in the node, so I'm going to insert multiple values in the node. For example, data is equal to 101. And I'm going to say that insert and head ampersand data yy. Let us see that how it works now. So our linked list is ready and we have printed our linked list, and next I'm going to do is display reverse linked list. So now see that we can insert, we can reverse the linked list, we can also print the linked list. Similarly, I can show you how that we can delete something from a linked list, and there are some, they are the basic functions again, and to do that, for example, I don't want to modify the head of the linked list, so I'm just going to say delete by data and remove the last node that we added in the linked list. So the reversed linked list is going to be is not going to have this 204 in its node. So compiling again. Okay, I have to provide the node. So you see that the node with data 204 is not there in the linked list, and to change that I can also modify the data. Say that data is equal to 200, and I can say the new head is this, and in the next reverse linked list we want to find the node with data 200. So it is there, the node with data 200 is not in there, our linked list, reverse linked list, and this is what the implementation of linked list I have shown you on this live coding session. And this is, you can code whenever you want to do it with better error handlings and better loggings. Otherwise the code is going to be remain the same, and it is useful code, and you can use it to do your basic stuffs, medium level stuffs in your work. And unless you are planning to create something like big applications like Redis, then you have to do a lot of work in the part of logging and error handlings and better memory management. So with this what is called coding session is over, and thank you for watching.